Hello and welcome to another video of this Power BI do-it-yourself tutorials. In this video, we're going to talk about how to do ARIMA forecasting in Power BI. ARIMA is basically auto-regressive integrated moving average machine learning algorithm which helps predict or forecast based on historical data. So we will see how do we forecast based on time series using ARIMA. Please use the same PBIX file which was used in the previous videos for Power BI and R visuals. So this is the file which we use. This is the data set, and let's analyze the data just a little bit. Let's visualize the data. On the right side fields menu, select sales date and sales amount. So I'm gonna do a sales date and sales amount visualization and then click on the small arrow next to sales date to make it a date instead of date hierarchy. Let's see what we are talking about here. We create a new page here and then I'm gonna select sales date and sales amount on a visual. Please note that this is year, quarter, month and day which is on the sales date. I don't want to do that. On the drop down here I'm selecting sales date, and then instead of column chart we are going to do a line chart. Now this is the sales data. As we have done in the previous videos, we will add a slicer for item name. This is the slicer visualization here, and then I'm going to increase the font size a little bit. So here in the items section I'm going to increase the font size, so let's say 12, so that I can see the values, and then I'm going to select ThinkPad. So this is ThinkPad Lenovo laptops. You can see that the sale for these Lenovo laptops are very high in during the November-December time frame where people are buying on the Thanksgiving week, and then it kind of drops in early January, and then it kind of stabilizes for the whole year, and then again to bump off in October. So this is a pretty much valid trend which you can see. Now let's compare it with sales cost. So I'm gonna go here and click on the chart here and go back to the fields section. From the sales cost, I'm gonna bring in sales cost and drop it here. You can see the visualization, which is a trend of the sales amount to sales cost. You can see the profit is the highest. The profit is between the sales amount minus the sales cost. This is highest during the Thanksgiving time, and it kind of stabilizes in the same range, and then it again bumps up during the time of hitting the Thanksgiving area. So now what we're going to do is we're going to forecast what it would look like from an ARIMA model perspective, and what is my forecast for next 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 1 month to implement an ARIMA. All we are going to do is we are going to write some machine learning R code, and again, as I mentioned in the previous video, the R machine learning code is available in the link in the description section of the video below. So feel free to like the video and subscribe for the video for R as well. So let me just go back and see what we have done till now. So click on the line chart visual, which we have already done that, and then create a slicer for item names, adjust the text size, which we have completed, and then select ThinkPad and see the trend against the time, which we already did. So select the line chart and then select sales cost from the fields to understand the difference and the profit, which is already done. Next, we are going to click on the R visual and then click on enable button if required. So let me go do that. I'll create a new page just for the sake of it, and then I'm going to create R script visual. You can see R script. Even before I begin, I'm going to add the slicer for item name so that I can visualize the data here, and I'm going to increase the field size, the font, and then click back on R script. Now let's see what machine learning code for ARIMA forecasting do we need to come up with. So this is going to be the R code which you would write. Please note that you have to install forecast and the T-series package if you have not already done that. This piece of code uses forecast libraries and T-series libraries. Please watch the videos for R machine learning if you need more details on how to install the packages. Now, ARIMA sales, we are going to use the sales amount to predict the sales amount for next 30 days. I'm going to write 30 here. So we are going to use auto ARIMA function with seasonality also being considered. The seasonality means what happened the last year, the same time frame, and most likely it's going to validate that. And then I'm going to be using the predicted sales, and I'm going to plot the predicted sales. So this is an ARIMA model which is very clearly explained in the video series for R machine learning. All I'm going to do is copy this code, and this code is available in the comment section below, and paste it in the R visual. So in order to do that, first I would need the sales date and sales amount to be added, and then it gives me a space here, and I'm going to add the same code here. I'm going to say run, and you can see that the plot has been created. Now let me just narrow down to ThinkPads. There you go. So you can see that this is the band which is created here. I'm gonna move it back in. This is for ThinkPads. You see that ARIMA 210 automatic gradients have been applied, and you can see that it tells you for most part it will go up from this range, or it can go down. Obviously it can go down as well. What if people do not want to buy ThinkPad 450S laptops anymore? So this is the range which is being provided, and this is the median of the range. So this is predictions for next 30 days. Please note that it starts from axis 0. These are the number of days. So the data, because this data is for last 1 year, you can see it over here. It starts from November 2016, goes to November 2017, and that is why this ARIMA forecasting is showing the number of days based on what it is. So this is the ARIMA forecast. Not just ARIMA, but you can do clustering, any algorithm for machine learning. You can just take it, apply it. There are multiple ways to do it, but this is one of the ways. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to use custom visual for ARIMA, and then predict the same thing there. Thank you for watching.